Yes, indeed, it's the Jim and Terry Show coming to you live from the Hobbit Hole Studio. It's, what is it, December 29th? A little after Boxing Day, a little after Christmas. Have the doldrums settled in? The hustle and bustle subsided? All the picking up, throwing out, disposing of recycles, boxes, paper, plastics. Christmas tree still up? What's your tradition for sending it all down? When do you take it down? In my growing up years, it used to be my father's birthday in January. That would be the tree coming down. So about a week after Christmas or so. In the days of artificial trees, do you really need to take them down? Outside of the fact that they collect dust? Or maybe we need to change the way we look on Christmas. It's not a season. It's not a moment. It's an attitude, a way of living, a way of giving and receiving all year round, regardless of whether there's a Christmas tree up or stars or twinkle lights or anything else. It's the attitude of the heart and a posture of the mind that defines really the spirit of Christmas. And that is something I think we need to carry forward into 2026. It's now nearly New Year's. A couple of days still away, but maybe it's time to purge the past and set the goals. The markers, are they set a little high? Maybe we need to have more reasonable markers. Maybe we need to look at life a little more practically. I usually say you set your reach beyond your grasp, and that way you can achieve something. I'm more of a practical viewer of life. Make the goals reasonable, achievable, timely, measured, smart goals, the things that you can do. And so you can check them off your box and say, yeah, I got that much done. Instead of an aspirational goal that you never quite get done. I can't stand the incompleted stuff, the incomplete. What's the prefix? I think it's incomplete. Uncompleted task, incomplete. Well, there you go. Speaking of things incomplete, a number of things are going to roll from 2025 to 2026, and some of them are political, some of them are geopolitical, military, and I'm going to roll with this one. Zelensky was in Lago, and I have the creepy vibes whenever I see foreign leaders going to Lago. The creepy vibes are because, well, it was in Lago that Trudeau went and we first heard governor. And we first heard the dismissive tone of Trump towards other leaders who should be on equal footing at a dinner, a state dinner. Why are state dinners being held at Mar-a-Lago? I have no idea. Insist on the White House. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe they used to celebrate in the East Wing and there is no East Wing now? What's the deal? Why are we going to Mar-a-Lago? To me, that's the site of a crime, of more than one crime. Not only sex trafficking, not only hidden documents stolen and stuffed in basement washrooms. All this stuff is incredible to me that it's still going on. And Agent Orange is still in the White House is beyond my understanding. How could a democracy tolerate these criminal endeavors and not have removed that threat? Zelensky goes to Mar-a-Lago. But here's the interesting part for me. As a Canadian, with my elbows up and my hockey pads on and my gloves and my stick at the ready, it's Spengler Cup time. It's World IIHF time. And regardless of how those tournaments turn out, it's always great to see that level of competition. And always a proud time. For Canadians, win, lose, or draw, hockey takes us to someplace other than the problems of the world. The problems disappear as we watch, whether we're spectators or participants. I got to think it's a transformative experience for everybody who dons a national jersey, a Canada on the front. And whatever your name is and your number and the position, all of that stuff is secondary to the notion that you're wearing a Canada with a maple leaf. So elbows up, guys. Whether you're Spengler or IIHF, kudos to all of you who are involved in these tournaments. Do Canada proud. Do yourselves proud. It's quite an accomplishment. And put a feather in your cap while you're at it. Okay, so while all that's going on, Mar-a-Lago, Mar-a-Lago. Oh, I could sing me a song about Mar-a-Lago and it'd be some kind of blues. Maybe it'd be a 12-bar blues. The things that have gone on, if those walls could talk. Zelensky goes, but not before he went to Canada. Stop in Halifax first. And to me, that is speaking volumes. Bolster yourself. Get your pep talk. Be in the company of those who support you, who value you, who want to see Ukraine victorious, who want to see the war end, but on terms that are important for Ukraine, for national sovereignty, for intact borders, not the borders that Putin has drawn with crayons, or maybe he borrowed Trump's Sharpie to redraw the maps of Europe. But we all know what was there. We all know where the borders are. We all know how Donbass and Zaporizhia and the provinces that Putin wants, they're not his. They're not his to take. And it's certainly not a world peace construct when he just marches in and takes. There is no negotiation in war. There is no peace treaty to be signed when you have Trump taking orders from Putin. Why should Zelensky go to Mar-a-Lago to have a dialogue and pretend that what Trump is saying is truth rather than lies? For anyone who's followed the Mar-a-Lago Zelensky meeting with Trump and Trump speaking afterwards and inviting the press, it was a shameful display of dishonesty, of lying through his teeth, of imitating Putin's, repeating Putin's lines. How do you know you're in the wrong side of history? When you repeat, you're an American and you repeat Putin's propaganda. That's how you know you're on the wrong side of history. And whether that's Witkoff, Kushner, Rubio, it doesn't matter. If you are repeating Putin's lines, you are working for Russia. Russia hoax? Absolutely. Despite what Trump believes and says, but everything Trump says and believes are lies anyway. So Zelensky has to go, but having his batteries charged in Halifax with our own Prime Minister Carney, and to be part of a group, I don't know how they do their meetings virtually, but to have an EU, NATO consult before going to Mar-a-Lago. Zelensky knows who's got his back, and it is not the U.S. It is those who are part of the coalition of the willing. The 30-some-odd EU countries, along with the Ursula von der Leyen, ones who are leading the way to defend Ukraine. Why? Because they do have skin in the game, to use that metaphor. And that's an awful one when I think of it, so I apologize for that one. But they know that Ukraine is the beginning of the end for EU, for possibly NATO as well, without the U.S. It's important that they carry on the fight until Trump is ousted from office, until the U.S. says, thus far, no more Putin. Remember the famous Chamberlain paper wafting in the wind as he got off the plane from meeting with Hitler. Yeah, well, that's pretty much Trump and his phone call with Putin, holding up the paper saying, oh, I think we're about 90% there. Yeah, we had a great conversation, Putin and I. Oh, yeah, he's going to help rebuild. Help rebuild, please. Spare me the absurdity of these remarks. And Zelensky is right there being photographed, not quite rolling his eyes. He's got enough decorum to manage that public face. But my gosh, I wish I could be a fly on the wall in his conscious mind, subconscious mind, as Trump is uttering lie after distortion, after falsehood. It's amazing to me that he had composure behind the podium while all of this trash talking from Trump was going on. Kudos to Zelensky, Slava Ukraini, and let's hope for peace in 2026, at least in part of the world. Take care now. All the best. The Jim and Terry Show signing off.
It's complicated. relationship I have with my